He's talking to a bunch of folks at Mar-a-Lago. You're rich as hell, and we're going to give you a tax cut. At the same time, he was telling workers they get paid too much already. That's who this guy is. You tell me who in Wisconsin is sitting around saying, damn, I wish they'd give billionaires tax cuts and screw me over. Damn, I wish they'd take my health care away. I wish they'd underfund my public school. I wish they would make my job more difficult and more dangerous. And then at the end of the day, I wish they'd make me work till I'm 75 years old. No one's saying that. No one's asking for that agenda. What they're asking for is to be treated fairly with dignity. That's what we have.
Tim Walz is running circles around every candidate in the presidential race at the moment, continuing to prove with every speech why he's such an important asset to Kamala Harris's campaign.
Trump and Vance, when they talk about freedom, means government should have the freedom to invade every corner of our life. They talk about small government, small enough to be in your bedroom, small enough to be in your exam room, small enough to be in your library, telling you the things that you should make decisions about. So let's be very clear. Where I come from and where you come from as neighbors, we respect differences. We respect it. But on things like health care and what books I read and democracy, we all live by that very simple golden rule: mind your own damn business.
This is a brilliant line of attack from Walz, and Democrats really should be running with it more often, framing the blatant hypocrisy of the Republican policy platform as a result of conservatives' obsession with their neighbors' personal lives not only hints at the weirdness of the party, but also highlights the most fundamental uniting aspect of any right-wing policy: one small group wanting to exert complete control over a much larger group.
Whoever heard you get indicted for interfering with a presidential election where you have every right to do it? You get indicted and your poll numbers go up. When people get indicted, your poll numbers go down.
Case in point, if Trump and his inner circle didn't feel so entitled to seizing power for themselves, the Green Bay sweep plan, January 6th, dozens of court cases, and this talking point would have never existed. But because Trump and everyone involved in the scheme shared that same need to control the lives of other people, we've seen firsthand just how dangerous this attitude is.
And again, Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed, it'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You got to get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not going to have to vote. This nation does not belong to them. This nation belongs to you. That's who it belongs to. This is your home. This is your heritage. And our American liberty is your God-given right.
I think that we should cancel all of these leftists who have either supported homosexuality or transgenderism or baby murder or child sex trafficking or sex trafficking in general or sexual liberation. I think that these people should be canceled.
I want to see true patriots get into power and wield that power and stop immigration and cut all foreign aid and end transgenderism. The liberal down the street who votes for these people, they shouldn't be allowed to vote.
I see the Taliban banning women from university as a step in the right in the right direction to kind of setting the course back straight.
So far, we're just scratching the surface of how pervasive this attitude is in the Republican Party infrastructure.
80% of my time is working on the plans of what's necessary to take control of these bureaucracies. I want to be the person that crushes the deep state. We are trying to create a shadow Office of Management and Budget, a shadow National Security Council, and a shadow Office of Legal Counsel. Yeah. These are the main organs in government that you need outside to create the battle plan.
And you're not going to publish those?
No.
They go straight to...
Yeah, they're very, very close hold. He's very supportive of what we do.
You have to have power before you can get anything done. And if you want to talk about, banning all abortions, that's great, but you're not going to get power to change anything. The abolitionist movement, right? When we were ending slavery, there were lots of compromises made. It was a methodical, step-by-step approach to limiting the power of the slaveholders. And we have to have a very similar strategy here if we're ever going to protect the unborn. You're not not in reality. Democracy is about the people.
Yeah, I also call myself a Christian nationalist, and that's not a bad word. That's actually a good thing, right? And there's nothing wrong with leading with your faith, because we should lead with our faith. Because if we're doing that, then we're doing the right thing. It doesn't mean we're perfect, it just means we're doing the right thing. And I think that's what the Republican Party needs to be about.
Republicans need to prove to the American people that we are the party of American nationalism and Christian nationalism. I'm a Christian. I have no problem saying I'm a Christian nationalist. And I think that's an identity that we need to embrace, because those are the policies that serve every single American, regardless of how they vote. They could be a Democrat and a progressive, but Christian nationalist or American nationalist, America First policies still serve those people.
You know what's really interesting but also disturbing is how Republicans have hijacked the messaging around terms like freedom and liberty to mask their inherently anti-freedom policies. Where shall we begin? How about reproductive rights? They don't want women to control what they do with their bodies. Public education versus private education, school choice. They want to make sure the public education, that public sector, is stripped of so much funding that it becomes irrelevant, right? Because if you do that, the education system will suffer, or the education in that sector is going to suffer because the resources aren't there. The best teachers are not there. And so the kids will be at a disadvantage. They're the ones who are the most vulnerable here. Unless, you have rich parents, and then you're fine with the private education system and that they get everything they want. Christian nationalism? Hello, I thought we were about promoting freedom of religion in this society, in this country, where you can choose what faith, what religion you want to go under. That doesn't scream freedom. Then how about tax cuts for the corporations and ultra wealthy? They are very against DEI programs. We see how they've slashed that all across the country. And we also know how they don't want anybody talking about gender and sexual identity, because you're trying to control these people and you want to impose agendas on individuals who, are just kids and they don't know what's what. No, that's not true. It's just giving them a comprehensive understanding of gender and sexual identity and how everything works, okay? It's called being progressive and empathetic, okay, to people. And we know they're anti-trans. Again, they don't want people to be trans. They either want you to be a woman or a man. That's it. Again, that has nothing, or that is the exact opposite of promoting freedom. If somebody feels like they are supposed to be a man, but they're in a woman's body, they have the right to change that and go through that change. But Republicans, they don't want that. They don't want that whatsoever. And of course, you got to be at a certain age when you make that transition. But again, this Republican Party will tell you, they're trying to take away all your freedom and liberty, when that's exactly what they're doing to so many people. For LHQ, I'm Chris Williamson. We'll see you next time.